Hello everyone. In this video, I will discuss to you discovering yourself. And the objective for this lesson, first, discover the purpose why God created you. Second, describe your uniqueness and the potential that you possess. Before I will continue and start with the topic, I will share to you a true to life story that in June 2008, a devastating tornado ripped through a Boy Scout camp in Iowa, killing 4 boys and injuring dozens more. So, what happens? Called to lead in June 2008, a devastating tornado ripped through a Boy Scout camp in Iowa, as I said a while ago. And the storm was so sudden that the boys and their leaders were said to have had no chance to escape. But this might have been just a tragic story of heartbreaking loss, yet it became instead a testimony to the power of leadership in the lives of everyday people. Young men no older than 18 demonstrated leadership qualities that prevented a worse scenario and literally saved lives by quickly applying what they have learned. The knowledge of first aid and other crisis response procedures. So, not surprisingly, these boys were attending a leadership training camp. While the press hails them as heroes, they call themselves prepared. The crisis revealed that their leadership training had become a part of them. And their story shows the impact of everyday leaders who are making a difference in their individual spheres of influence. So, the great leadership misconception, not everyone would agree with the concept of everyday leaders because the great Greek philosophers such as Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates considered and explored the dynamics of human behavior and the nature of humanity. So, a significant portion of investigation and contemplation focused on the art and dynamics of human social relationship in regard to governing. So, they address the subject of leadership and examine this complex issue in much detail. One of the basic conclusions was that leadership is a product of natural endowment and personality traits. So it means it is inherent. That's what they believe. So they postulated that one person is born to lead while others are born to follow and be subordinate. So according to their belief, these Greek philosophers, they believe that not everyone are born to lead. So that's what they believe. And the result have produced a global prevention. That is why maraming mga paniniwala na ilagay sa kanilang isipan na may mga tao lang talaga na leader at mayroong taong mga follower lang talaga. So yun yung result. But for many years, the results have produced historical global concept that the masses are destined to be ruled by significant privileged few sentenced by fate to their circumstances to live life as dictated. Yun sinasabi ko kanina. However, marami ring mga evidence nagpapakita. So there are people who based on the Greek philosophers' theories never would have been accepted as leadership material, yet they became some of the greatest leaders in history. Kasi ang iba, naniwala sila sa ganong belief na hindi lahat ay pinanganak na leader at yung iba ay follower lang. But there are people who do not believe. Okay? Hindi sila naniwala doon because they became some of the greatest leaders in history. Okay, so here, there are people who base on the Greek philosophers' theories never would have been accepted as leadership material, yet they became some of the greatest leaders in history. So hindi yun yung kanilang paniniwala. So here are the examples. Moses. Okay, so Moses, as we know, is in the Bible or the Manual of Life. So I have already discussed to you, explained to you that the Bible is for everyone, not just for certain religions, but the Bible, the Manual of Life, is for every human being, and that is the manual for all of us, regardless of your religion, regardless of your belief, regardless of your uh, tradition. Kaya kailangan ay bumalik tayo sa katotohanan, the truth. Okay, so here, example is Moses. Who is Moses? Moses is a fugitive from Pharaoh's justice, a murderer, a man who presented every excuse for why he should not be considered for leadership, became the greatest lawgiver in history. Alam natin may napatay siya, at tumakas siya, tapos nang tumakas siya for 40 years, he was tending the flocks. At nawala yung kanyang confidence sa sarili. Nung tinawag siya, ay marami siyang complaint, marami siyang reklamo. Yet, he became a leader. Another example. So, he has a weaknesses, and he has the strength. But he was trained to lead in his field of expertise. Another one is Gideon. Now, if you look at his history or at in his background, he is a coward who was tracing wit for his father when the call came for him to rise and become the deliverer of his nation. His responses to this challenge was, "My clan is the weakest in Israel, my family is poor, and I am least likely candidate in my family." So nasa Judges chapter 6 verse 15. Yet Gideon became one of the greatest leaders and warriors of his generation. So una, hindi siya makapaniwala kasi alam niya, maliit yung kanyang paningin sa sarili niya, wala siyang self-confidence. Kung titignan mo, sa quality na sinasabi niya ay walang palatandaan. But as I said a while ago, that every one of us are born to lead in the field of our expertise. That's what Gideon had done. Third one is David. So, I know you are familiar with David. So, an insignificant shepherd boy who was considered the least in his family has his place in history as the greatest king the nation of Israel has ever produced. So, si David ay youngest sa isang family na kung saan tagabantay lang ng tupa. Kung sa ating pa ngayon ay pastol lang. Pero siya yung ang greatest king sa Israel na kung saan nag-lead sa kanila. So, uh, despite of your weakness, hindi yun magiging basihan. It will not define who you are. Another example is Peter. So, si Peter naman is a simple fisherman with an impulsive personality, was catapulted to the position of the first major leader of the early Christian church. It means si Pedro ay isa lang mangingisda at siya ay impulsive. Kung ano naisip yun na yun. Yan. So, ganyan si Pedro. Pero, siya sa isa sa mga naging major leaders sa early Christian church. Another example is Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Do you know who is Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln had a little formal education and an awkward style, yet he went to become a national leader considered by many to be the greatest president of the United States. So kung mabasa mo yung kanyang history, ay maraming mga failures sa kanyang buhay, pero siya yung isa sa mga greatest president of US. Another example is Helen Keller. So Helen Keller is a blind woman. Helen Keller was a girl from a small Alabama town who, due to an illness, lost her sight and hearing before she was 2 years old. Yet she became an internationally known lecturer and author of more than 10 books and a powerful advocate for the gift of the physically disabled. She received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and her book, The Story of My Life, is still available in over 50 languages. So imagine she is deaf and at the same time blind. So dahil sa pagkasakit niya. Pero naging kilala siya at nag-lead siya sa kanyang field of expertise. Another one is Mother Teresa. Ayan. Most of us, especially those of you in the Catholic, you are familiar with Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was an obscure teacher and nun from Macedonia who decided to devote her life to caring for the destitute in India. Yet, in her compassion and determination to help others, she became an international leader, served as an inspiration for millions, and was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. So, this shows that everyone can lead. Bawat isa ay pwedeng mag-lead. Sabi ko kanina, ulitin ko, you're born to lead in the field of your expertise. So perhaps lying deep within you, buried by the misconception that only special people are called to the lofty position of leader. So maybe yun din yung paniniwala mo. But I want to tell you that you are born to lead. Every human being was born to lead. Eh paano lang pag lahat leader, wala nang follower? It doesn't mean na leader ka, may follower ka. It means, if you're a leader, it means you are expert in the field of your expertise. That's the field you're going to lead. So there is a leader within you. So we are not all the same, but we are all leaders in our own unique ways. So bawat isa sa atin. So always remember, everyone can lead, perhaps lying deep within you, buried by the misconception that only special people are called to the lofty position of leader, is one of the greatest leaders of our time. I believe there is a leader in everyone waiting to serve his or her generation. It is essential that you can change your concept of leadership now and see yourself the way your Creator sees you. We are not all the same, but we are all leaders in our own unique ways. So always remember that. Lagi mong tatandaan, okay? Na ikaw ay leader sa field na kung saan ka magaling. So the leader within you comes alive when you discover your purpose, your life's vision, and your potential, and when you set out to fulfill them without compromise. So that's why from Phoenix 1, 2, 3, and 4, I always mention about the purpose. Kailangan maging klaro sa atin na may dahilan bakit tayo nabubuhay sa mundong ito. So you are a leader in the field of your expertise. Kailan? The moment you discover the purpose why you were born. Kaya kailangan alamin mo kung saan ka magaling, mag-focus ka doon, and that will become also your value. So, saan ka mag-lead? In the field of your expertise. So, to understand, you must understand these three truths established in this word. So, itong tatlong katotohanan na to, nandito rin sa manual, andyan sa manual, sa Moodle. Okay, first, God created us in His image and likeness. He put His image and likeness within us kasi nga, maglilid ka o maglilid tayo. These words connote His authority, His character, and His moral and spiritual nature. Power and rulership are part of God's nature. So it means He has given you the ability to lead. He has given you the ability to influence, not to control. So you are born to lead, not to control. You are born to have impact, not to manipulate. So you must remember that. So God is King and has given us the ability to lead. Whatever He demands, He provides. Okay, and the second truth, the Creator breathes His own life into human beings, further imparting His own nature to them. So not only that, the image or the likeness, how He functioned, but He breathes His own uh, life, the breath into the nostrils of human being. So imparting His nature, whatever is the nature of God, He put His part of His nature in us. Hindi tayo equal kay God, but part of Him. The way how we lead ay ganun si God ay nilagay niya sa atin. Third, God established man's rule and function in relationship to the earth by stating, let them rule, means to have dominion over all the earth. So pinagkatiwala niya yung earth sa atin. That's why we need to take care. Kailangan pamahalaan natin ng maayos, ng mabuti. At dahil tinalaga niya tayo, meron din siyang tinalagang batas at tuntunin na ating susundin para pamahalaan natin ang earth ayon sa kanyang disenyo. Ayan. Now, in order to lead the world or the earth, and in order to become effective in leading in the field of your expertise, you have to go back to your purpose to become a leader. Therefore, you must return to your original purpose. Not your own purpose, not your own ambition, but the purpose of the King of Kings and the Creator. So there are two ways, okay, to discover the leadership purpose that the Creator has put inside you. Learn it and then experience it. When we say learn it, you have to discover your gift. Ayan yung sunod dito. The subject will give you the opportunities to both learn about leadership and to experience it in your own life. As you commit to the process of becoming a leader, you will be able to discover your true self and bring meaning and fulfillment to your life. So in order to discover your true self, you have to go back to the creator. So have first discover what you have, develop and deploy yourself. Number two, develop the gifts and talents you were meant to share with the world. Remember, you're born to share or to serve your gift to our generation. You are born to solve a problem of our generation and to make their lives easy. Three, leave a legacy that will be an influence for good even after you are gone. So, these are the three things that you need to remember. Discover your true self by discovering the gift that you have and then develop that gift and exhale so that you will be able to serve that gift to our generation that will solve their problem. And then that will become your legacy. So, even though you are gone, well, hindi mo kailangan magpatayo ng statwa para maalala ka nila. They will never forget you because of the gift that you have offered. You solve their problem, you make their life easy, you enhance their life, and you empower them. So remember, you were born to dominate, to rule, or to lead. That's the purpose why God created you. Where are you going to lead? You will lead in the field of your expertise. Ulit-ulit nyo naririnig yan sa akin. Your gift will give you identity or the product that you will produce because of your gift or your passion. That is your uniqueness. The potential that you possess is related to your purpose. So nothing is accident. So what is the purpose why God created you? So you have to answer that. And then, can you describe your uniqueness and the potential that you possess? So, write your answer at the comment below. That's all. God bless.